balance. Ten seconds. Market on open imbalance. S&P 500 sell side 9 million, Nasdaq 100 sell side 9 million, Dow 30 sell side 67 million, Mag 7 sell side 6 million. BlackRock shares jumping 8.3% to their biggest gain since April 2025. PayPal shares gaining 16% at the market open, which is their most on record.
Order filled. Target. Stop filled. Order filled. Stop filled.
US listed shares of SK Hynix are dropping 9% following a surge of 27% in the last session. In 10 minutes time now, at 9:45 a.m. Eastern Time, we get the Bank of Canada rate decision. Forecast to remain unchanged at 2.25%. We also get the Bank of Canada rate statement and their monetary policy report. ASML now are raising gains, trading spot 5% lower in Amsterdam trading.
Order filled. Target. Stop filled.
BlackRock shares gaining 7.7% after a higher second quarter profit.
Order filled. Target. Stop filled.
Again, also PayPal shares up 15.5% after reports that Stripe and Advent are offered to buy the company for more than $53 billion.
Order filled. Stop filled.
So we're now 5 minutes away from 9:45 a.m. Eastern Time, where we get the Bank of Canada rate decision, where the forecasts are expected to remain unchanged at 2.25%. We also get the Bank of Canada rate statement and their monetary policy report. US listed shares of Alibaba rise 5.7% after a report that the company's Qwen AI is to be integrated into Apple's intelligence in China.
Order filled. Stop filled.
According to Jimian, ByteDance and ZTE are to unveil their Dubao AI smartphones.
Order filled. Stop filled.
1 minute remaining for the Bank of Canada rate decision. Again, widely expected to remain unchanged at 2.25%. 10 seconds. No change, no change. Rate remains unchanged at 2.25% as expected. So looking to the Bank of Canada statement now, they see 2026 growth at 0.7%, which is down from the 1.2% which was seen in the April monetary policy report. They see 1.8% growth next year, up from 1.6% previously, and 1.8% in 2028, up from 1.7% previously. Q2 GDP seen at 2.5%, which is up from 1.5% in April and 1.5% in Q3. The Bank of Canada say inflation is to average 2.5% this year, which is up from the 2.3% seen in April, 2% in 2027, down from the 2.1% seen previously, and 2.1% in 2028, which is up from the 2% seen previously. The Bank of Canada note that the Q2 output gap is estimated to be in the range of -1.5% to -0.5%, unchanged from the April monetary policy report. They say potential output growth in 2026 seen at 1.1%, down from 1.2% in April. They note that nominal neutral interest rate is assumed to be at the midpoint estimate of the 2.25 to 3.25% range, again unchanged from April. NPR assumes the price of Brent will decline
Order
to around
filled.
$70 by the end of 2027. The outlook for oil prices remains highly uncertain, they do note. NPR assumes the USMCA trade deal will remain in place with the annual reviews, assuming shipping through the Strait of Hormuz gradually returns to normal. So again, the Bank of Canada hold their overnight interest rate at 2.25% as expected. They note that the current policy rate is appropriate to sustain the recovery. Bank of Canada's Macklem in the
Stop-filled.
text for the upcoming press conference as well says that inflation is poised to ease gradually, provided that global oil prices decline, again in their prepared remarks. They say that near-term inflation expectations are sensitive to changes in gasoline prices, but longer-term inflation expectations remain well anchored. War-related cost pressures still working into prices. So saying there that war-related cost pressures are still working their way through some consumer prices, but are being offset by downward pressure on other prices from continued economic slack. Canadian dollar or flat against the US dollar at the moment following the Bank of Canada rate decision and the statement release.
Order filled. Stop-filled.
So we've posted the Bank of Canada monetary policy report alongside the rate statement and Macklem's press conference opening statement. The link to those three are on the feed for those interested. So just noting in the statement here that the
Order
Bank of Canada
filled.
drops their reference to consecutive
Target
hikes.
filled. Stop-filled.
So in 10 minutes time now at 10 a.m. Eastern time, we're expecting the second day of testimony from Fed's Chair Warsh, who today is testifying before the Senate Banking Committee on the Federal Reserve's semi-annual monetary policy report. So a text is expected, of course, but it'll be a repeat of the opening statement that Warsh gave yesterday. But there will be a Q&A following this where we'll keep you posted with any new comments from Fed's Warsh. So in the statement, the Bank of Canada also drops references to cutting rates as well. So the Bank of Canada in the statement today dropped their reference to consecutive hikes as well as the reference to rate cuts as well. So the Canadian dollar now weakening slightly following the rate decision. CAD JPY down around spot 1%. The loonie up around spot 0.5%, so close to flat. Alibaba ADRs extend gains to session highs of 7.2%. So in 5 minutes' time now, at the top of the hour, Fed's Walsh is due to be testifying once again, this time to the Senate Banking Committee on the Federal Reserve's semi-annual monetary policy report. There'll be no new text from Fed Chair Walsh. So just seeing on the wires here, flagging a Trump headline saying that Iran called a while ago and they want to make a deal. And so just to clarify on this headline, so it did coincide with a move to the downside in WTI oil, a little bit of a move to the upside in the US index market as well. But the newswire that posted this headline has flagged it as a repeat. In looking into it, though, we cannot actually see a duplicate of this headline. So it's unclear whether this is a new headline or not. So Reuters putting down ignore this alert in error with regards to that last Trump headline. So we are shortly expecting day 2 of testimony from Fed Chair Walsh. The Senate committee advances BLS nominee Matsumoto to the floor vote.
Order filled. Stop filled. Order filled. Target filled. Stop filled.